Welcome to day 2 of Drawing People. Today we're going to be working on the simplified shapes of the male torso. And we're going to be using a reference book called Point Anatomy by Taco. I'll put the link in the description. And we'll also be adding new shapes to our drawing alphabet library. All right, we're going to start off by looking at some simplified male torso drawings. There's a few things to observe here that are very important, and for years I was getting these wrong. So the pectorals actually overlap the arms. We don't really have the arm muscle shapes in like the biceps or triceps, but see how that kind of overlaps there? And then the other thing is that the collarbones dip down right into there. So when you look at it, I mean, on this straight forward drawing, everything is symmetrical. You know, the facial target is spot on. So we can see that we can just draw a cylinder for the neck and then dip down right here. And I apologize for the video last week. I call these the trapezoids, the trapezius muscles. And then we have our lats and our rib cage and the stomach muscles here. So there's some really basic shapes that form this. Now, because the shapes we learned last time when we were drawing the female figure were this very smooth upside down egg, the hourglass figure which forms the upper body with the higher waist, the spine in the back, the chest beam, which we'll use for all character construction, and this underpants shape. But if you want to see the difference between the construction of the male and female figure, which is a rule of thumb, we talked about all the different body shapes there could be. You can see that the waistline dips a lot lower, the shoulders are wider, the upper body is more square. And same thing with the head shape. It's very similar, but it kind of has like a straight chiseled bottom. And an interesting short to watch was the one I did on different face shapes for celebrities. You know, when we do in Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had a very square face where his cheekbones kind of came down even lower. But pretty simple stuff. Let me read this blurb to you. According to research and educational theory, people generally learn significantly more by actively doing something rather than just passively reading or listening, often retaining a much higher percentage of information through hands-on experience and practice. Interesting, huh? When doing these videos, I decided to practice drawing the exercises over and over until I could render them from memory without a lot of pauses. Now these are sped up by like 4 times so I don't bore you, but I could start to see errors like if the chest was too wide or high and other things that were, symmetry errors. So give it a try and let me know what your results are. I find YouTube extremely useful for learning, but often when I sit down to try what was explained, I find I have to keep going back to the video, playing it and pausing it quite a few times. The idea behind this series is to master a few shapes at a time, much like learning the alphabet. I think this is a good spot to kind of wind things down, process what we've learned, because when we get into other profiles like the side view and the 3/4 view, we get into concepts of foreshortening of shapes, and I want to spend a little more time on that. So for fun, let's add one more shape to our library before we go. It sits opposite of the spine, and I couldn't come up with a better name, so I called it the bumpy, just to remind us that the contour of the front of the torso has a lot of shapes to it. It's not just a flat plane.
You can name these, of course, whatever you want as long as you remember. But I do appreciate the watch, and I hope you are enjoying these, and I hope to see you next time.